Aquaflow here, back in the crypto lab. Today's video is special. I'm going to share with you a new chart that I've never shown before on this channel. This analysis will blow your mind, and the crazy thing about it is that it all starts with one single line. If you stay with me, by the end of the video, you will know exactly what I expect from XRP in the weeks to come. We are almost to 1K subscribers. This is a huge milestone. If you like the content, please consider subscribing and give me a thumbs up. This video is about XRP, but to understand why I think what I think, we need to take a look at Bitcoin price chart first. This is golden content, so stay with me. In August, I posted this video predicting a pivot point in September. Let's have a look.
What about now? The next circle is in blue. You can see that here it was a pivot point and here it was a pivot point too, okay? So in the future, it should be again a pivot point. We should hit the circle in, let's say, maybe 3 or 4 weeks.
Okay, let's stop it here. What about now? We are in November, and look what happened in September. Exactly what I predicted. A perfect pivot point, just right here. Okay? In addition, we tested the same circle here in 2017. And at the same time, we tested the 20 weeks moving average in orange, okay? It was a confluence point. And guess what? Here again, it was a confluence point between the circle, the blue circle, and the moving average, and we tested the moving average and the circle at the same time. That's how you know that confluence points are magic, guys. It's that simple. Now you understand why I think that nothing is random in these markets. We have a confluence point, we tested the line, we have a confluence point, we tested the line. It's amazing, guys. And what about the next pivot line? I put it in yellow, right? You see that here it was a perfect pivot point. Again, it was a confluence point between the 20 weeks moving average and the yellow circle. And right now, we are about to cross the yellow circle. To fully understand this chart, you need to understand the patterns. Let's have a look at the past. You see it here. The pattern that we have here, it was touching the circle, a bounce to the upside, crossing the circle until touching the next circle. Then we use it as a support, we cross it again, we go to the next circle, right? Then we go up, and from here the pattern changed because we started using the moving average as a support. So we crossed it, we went down, but this time we used the moving average as a support and we went up. It was a major top, then we fell down, right, until the next circle, and look how amazing it is. We crossed the circle, we went up, but look at what happened just before crossing the circle. We went down, right? Here it was the same thing. Just before crossing the blue circle, we went down, okay? And this is why I like what I see right now, because just before crossing the yellow circle, we are going down. So this is actually a good sign, because I think that after crossing the yellow circle, we will start going to the upside. Now let's go to XRP chart. Before I explain my brand new chart, I wanted to give you an update on this analysis. because it confirms that a big move is coming soon. There are two things I want you to notice on this chart. The first, as you can see, we touched the support circle, and we know that every time we touch the circle, we have a move to the upside. The second thing is that we are about to have a crossing point between the time wave indicator and the skyline. And you know that I love confluence points, that's why we need to pay attention to this. At the same time, the skyline is going to cross the aqua bands, so it gives us two confluence points. That's why we need to pay attention to this. And I think that it is the perfect time to see XRP going up. And of course, I think that we are still in a bull market because we are still above the bull bear market line in yellow. You remember, above it we are in a bull market, below it we are in a bear market. And so far we are still above it. So we are still in a bull market. Now, what about the bearish scenario? If we cross the circle, we have the bull bear market line below us to catch us. Okay? That's why we need to pay attention to the bull bear market line. If we ever cross this to the downside, the next support is the bull bear market line. Okay? And if we do, I will post a video about it. Now let's wait and see. It's time to talk about my new chart. On this chart, we have multiple channels with different colors. If you have to focus on one line, one single line, it's the orange one. Okay? And let's see why. Let's change the line first because it's the most important one. This line is very important. Why? You see it, okay? Here it was a major pivot point, and it was the mid bull run of XRP because we started the bull run from here, then we got rejected from the line, we tested this line, and then we went up. So it was a major pivot point, a major resistance, right? Here again, it was a major pivot point because we touched it and we have a strong move to the upside. After this, we tested the line again, guys. It was a major resistance. We touched it and we went to the downside. Then we crossed it and we started using it as a strong support this time. And during this entire correction and accumulation phase before the final blow off top, we used the line as a very strong support. And here again, we tested it as a support and we crossed it. After crossing it, it was again a resistance this time. Just right here, we had the same behavior and here again. And recently, in April, we tested the line as a very strong resistance. So now you understand why this line is critical for XRP. Sometimes we are below it, sometimes we are above it. Below it, we use it as a strong resistance, and after crossing it, we use it as a strong support. During a bull market, XRP is in moon mode when we are above the orange line. That's why so far we can say that XRP is bullish because we are above the pink line, but we didn't have a moonshot because XRP is not above the orange line, right? I think that we can make it there, but before we do, we need to confirm the yellow line as a strong support. Let's have a look at the yellow line. As you can see, here, for the first time, we used the yellow line as a strong support, okay? We tested this as a resistance, we went down and we used the yellow line as a strong support before having a moonshot, right? Then we used the yellow line as a small resistance because you see the wick here. It was the same thing here. We used it as a small resistance. Here we crossed it after we used it as a strong resistance. We went to the downside. Here again, you see that we used it as a resistance. Here again, we used it as a resistance. Here again, here as a support. Then we fell below it. And we've been using it as a strong support for 4 months. And this is the current battle. This is what I wanted to show you guys. Look, XRP is fighting, guys, is fighting to stay above the yellow line. This is why the monthly close is critical, okay? I expect XRP to close above this line. That's why I will show you the chart at the end of the month, because yes, the close is crucial. On this chart, we have also the green line, the white line, and the red line. Let's have a close look at it. You see it here, that here it was a strong support, okay? Here again, support, support. Here it was a strong resistance. Then we went down. And it was the bottom of XRP just right here. And we started using this line as a strong support, guys. It's amazing. Then we have the green line. The green line is very important too. Why? Because it matches the closing price of the top of XRP in 2013 here, and it was a major resistance. Here again, it was a major resistance before the correction and the blow-off top of XRP. Here we tested it as a support, we crossed it, and we used it as a resistance, guys. This is why I think that also the green line is very important for XRP, and we need to pay attention to what will happen after touching it if we ever go up above the orange line. And of course, we need to talk about this line in white, because I think that XRP cannot go above this white line. So yes, if we ever go up, we'll see what happens if we touch this line. But first, guys, don't get overexcited. First, we need to go above the orange line, because to access the moon, the moon zone, the first barrier is the orange line. I hope it's clear. And the last thing I want to talk about is the pink line. It's a bull bear market support resistance, and it's very interesting what's happening on this chart, so let's have a look at it. If you saw my video about the tuning fork, you know that sometimes what matters the most is the trend line and not the price chart, okay? So if we consider the pink line as the trend line, you can see something that is very, very interesting. Why? You see that here it was the top of the pink line, okay? And look, here again, it was the top of the pink line. So we have the top of the pink line at the green line, the green channel, right? And here again, it was the top of the pink line. And you see how amazing this is, guys. Let's have a look at the bottom. Here it's the bottom of the pink line. And again, it's the bottom of the pink line just at the red line. Okay. At the same time, the red line was the bottom of the price chart here and here. So you see that XRP is bouncing between the channels, but we have also the pink line bouncing against the channel, because here it is the top, here it is the top, here it is the bottom, here it is the bottom. And if we consider the trend line, in fact the channel is more accurate because it's the same channel here and here and here and here, guys. This is amazing. And if you are still skeptical about confluence points, you can see the power of these points just right here. Look, if we follow the pink line, every time the pink line crosses one of the lines of the channel, we have a major pivot point and the price comes back to the pink line. Let's have a look. It starts here. The pink line touches the yellow line and the price went down to test the pink line. Here again, the pink line crosses the orange line and the price went down to test it again. It's amazing. Then the pink line crosses the orange line and the price was just right here. Here again, let's have a look. Maybe here it's not very accurate, but here again, you see that the pink line is going to cross the red line and we have the price going just right here. Here, it's the same case. The pink line is crossing the red line and the price went just to test the pink line, and every time it's the same thing, guys. Look, here again, the pink line is crossing the orange line, and what did we do? We tested the pink line. Here it was the same thing. The pink line was going to the green line and we tested the pink line. Here it was the same thing. What about here? The pink line crosses the orange line and we tested the pink line and the orange line at the same time. Here it was the same thing. We tested the pink line and the yellow line at the same time. And the last time we had a cross was just right here. And what did we do? We were there and we have a cross between the pink line and the red line. We went down to retest the pink line. This is amazing, guys. What about now? If we zoom in, we see that the pink line is about to cross the yellow line, right? And the price is coming just at the pink line. So this could be expected because we've been doing just this in the past. Now we need to see XRP staying above the yellow line. This would be a really great sign. We know that in the past we were just right here, okay? And we tested the yellow line before a strong move to the upside. And I expect XRP to do the same thing here if we can stay above the yellow line. If we do have a move to the upside, the next resistance is, of course, the orange line, but if we can cross it, guys, this is when the show begins. Let me know in the comments if you think that we will go up. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe. That's all for today's video. It's time to leave the Crypto Lab. Thanks for watching. Do not ever be afraid to make new experiments. And if someone tells you you're crazy, just tell them. Time will tell.